All right. Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the HDMI LA booth at Computex 2023. We're excited to be back after a 3-year absence. We'll be showcasing our latest and greatest around the HDMI 2.1 specification. As you can see behind me here, I got to introduce myself on an 8K camera and 8K display.
So this is Astro. It's got a little 8K camera right here, and people can just come to your booth and see themselves in 8K.
Absolutely. So that's a professional camera used to produce 8K content for broadcast. They're from Japan, so you can come here and see yourself in glorious 8K detail, see every last whisker on your face, every last hair that's out of place. It's fantastic to see.
So what's happened the last 3 years?
Well, lots has happened in the last 3 years. So we've had a proliferation of HDMI 2.1 devices. 8K has started to gain momentum out there. We'll see here in a minute. We'll go through all our 8K demonstrations. Gaming, especially around 4K 120, VRR, ALLM, so variable refresh rate, full latency mode, has really made it become gamer friendly in displays and monitors.
All right. So let's do a tour of your booth.
Absolutely. So let me turn it over to Jeff, and he will give us a demonstration and a description of all our demos here at Computex. Jeff?
Hi, my name is Jeff Park. I'm the CTO of HDMI Licensing, and we're here at Computex in Taipei, Taiwan. Here we're on a booth. We're showing HDMI 2.1a 8K ecosystem. So one of the questions we always get is where's 8K, where's the equipment? The equipment is actually available now. So this TV, for example, is a Samsung 8K TV that's in production. That's already out in the market. Another example is this AVR. AVRs are typically what you use for surround sound and speaker systems. They also have HDMI switching and input capabilities. So this allows you to get the highest quality audio available on the market today and process them, as well as the simple switches, be able to support 8K. This is a matrix switch. What that means is it has two inputs and 2 outputs. So you can use any combination, you can do mirroring and other things to be able to have a lot of flexibility in terms of setup, right? So
Is HDMI able to transport maximum audio quality?
yes,
That can be imagined by anyone.
right. If you want high quality possible, HDMI is there, right? Because it's uncompressed and built as high quality possible. And we'll demonstrate that in a little bit. Additionally, this is for industrial applications, so you have a lot of HDMI ports, and this allows the use of high quality, high resolution 8K signage, which is important in industrial applications. So for example, you can have venues or other signage, airports or stadiums, other public places. This is a source device that brings you that capability. Additionally, the Xbox game console currently doesn't support 8K, but they announced it when they first released this. But right now they support 4K 120, so that's another way to use the HDMI bandwidth to be able to deliver very smooth, ultra lifelike video games running at 4K, but at 120 frames per second, which is more than double what you typically see in TV shows.
In the last 2-3 years, many gamers are very excited about 2.1, right?
Yeah. So PC games have been able to do 120 to 240 for years, but this is the first time game console and home users at a very affordable price can get high quality 4K 120, which was unimaginable for consumers even a couple years ago, right? So that allows it. And then finally here, we're also demonstrating is industrial 8K camera. So you can actually get live footage. This is actually in production, again, not a prototype. This is actually in use in stadiums, for example, other industrial applications. We're allowed to have ultra high quality 8K video. This demo is showing 8K 60 HDR live fed directly to the TV. So
And it's like this is a Micro Four Thirds.
yeah, Micro Four Thirds.
The best 8K camera in the world for Micro Four Thirds, maybe. Astro is always showing the next gen stuff, right?
Yeah. So as you can see, whether you're looking at the TV image or me, there's no real difference in terms of clarity. increases the capability of those kind of applications as well.
It was, I want to say, life-changing to see myself in 8K like this, because it's like next gen. It's like the future.
Yeah,
In the
right.
future, everybody's going to do 8K video conferencing, right? So we just need to have nice bandwidth, encoding, and everything.
Yeah,
and that would be
there's always gonna
an
be
application.
New compression, new technology, new encoding methods, new processors. So it's always improving. You know, even back then, even the HD days, we were using MPEG-2, like transmitting it like at 30 megabits at 1080i. But now we can do 4K at like 15 megabits, right? So half the bandwidth, but 10, maybe 8 times the quality, maybe more, right? So technology is always going to improve, and 8K is not going to be any different. As things will progress and become more affordable and be more available. And you know, hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll see consumers take advantage of it. So hopefully, you know, that'll happen soon. And we expect that. You know, YouTube already 8K. That's not something that's outrageous. Many YouTube creators already use high quality cameras. So we expect
It's an excellent 8K TV. Has very good light, brightness and everything, and great colors.
We're in a very terrible lighting situation here, and even then, the quality of the images is phenomenal, right? So, yeah, we expect nothing less going forward.
I actually heard, I think they told me that they have their stuff in space sometimes, and that would be perfect. They would bring it in space and make 8K movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's very flexible, right? Because 8K is not just about high resolution. So if you think about it, you do 4x zoom, you're still at 4K, right? If you do 8x zoom on this image, it's still 1080p, right? And we're not using any lenses. And you add lenses on top of that, you got extraordinary, amazing detail that you can zoom in on. So from space, from airplanes, from within stadiums, right? You can have the 4 cameras covering the entire stadium. Versus now, where you need a bunch of zoom lenses, a bunch of different cameras covering the stadium. Lots of applications and 8K, I mean, not just resolution, but other applications you see.
Many people were surprised how quickly 4K became the standard in the industry. It's not possible really to buy 1080p TVs anymore.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be the same with 8K. Then boom, at some point, if you buy a TV, it's probably going to be an 8K.
Right. I mean, the upscaling and all the technologies that are out there today, you're gonna get, you know, improvements no matter what, right? So it's not like 8K is the only thing that improves, right? The glass, the backlight, pixels, power, processors, everything on this TV from like say, you know, 2-3 years ago, or even compared to the 4K, is greatly improved, right? So everything improves. It's not just one thing that improves, you know, resolution, right? So every time a new generation TV comes out, many things improve. So the whole experience, not just the resolution. If you just only increase the resolution, then yeah, it's not gonna make a big difference. But it's not just the resolution. Colors, HDR, accuracy, color volume, so many things improve as new TV generation comes. And cameras too, so everything in the pipeline, right? So it's a generational change, and so we expect hopefully more and more people can enjoy this great content.
I'm looking forward to upgrade my Micro Four Thirds to 8K. I want to YouTube in 8K.
Yeah, why not?
120 would be better.
Right.
But then it's compression, right? Over the cable. Can you
Yeah, I
explain
mean-
a little bit? What's the whole thing about compression?
Well, I mean, you have to compress it, right? Raw video takes up a crazy amount of data. So, practically speaking, you have to compress it. And so, compression is used everywhere. YouTube, you know, the camera you're currently using right now to record. It's just the way it is. But compression technology also improves. So, you'll see high quality images and smaller file sizes and bandwidth requirements moving forward.
And the big topic has been the last few years, the industry doing HDR. And did they all agree what the HDR format should be supported on the HDMI?
HDMI supports everything, so it doesn't really matter. HDMI supports everything, so whatever HDR format you have access to, depending on your region and your content provider, we support everything. So you won't have any issues getting HDR over HDMI.
And these certification systems, it's possible to engineer the certification to provide a certain guarantee of quality in a long time, or it's just because it's high quality construction?
So there's two different things. You're talking about two different things now, right? So you were talking about now cable. Cable is just a copper wire that delivers, right, the bandwidth, the data. And so we ensured, our certification program ensures that the cables are tested and meets all the requirements necessary for all the features of HDMI 2.1a. Things like 8K, HDR, and 4K, right? So that's part of that cable certification, and I think you already talked to Mike about that. So focus on that topic. But for devices, we also require testing and compliance as well.
And in the last 2-3 years, 2.1a came out. So what's the main difference
Yeah,
here?
2.1a is a minor update. We added what we call source-based code mapping. Source-based code mapping, short for SBTM, that will allow source devices that are connected via HDMI to have more control over what we call tone mapping. So tone mapping is basically mapping color, brightness, contrast information from the content to the screen. Typically, that's done internally to the TV, but we also allow now with SBTM to the source device, game console, set-top box, whatever it may be, to have more control over that if they want. Right? For whatever reason, if it makes sense, especially for gaming, it kind of makes sense for the source device and the game console because it knows what content's going to generate. So to be able to control that fully on the TV is what SBTM and HDMI 2.1 has added.
And to do the full 48 gigabit per second, you need to max out AK60 plus all the HDR plus all the that's how the 48 gigabit is used, or is it always kind of used somehow?
Yeah, and plus audio, I mean, there's everything combined, right? So AK60 HDR with the highest quality audio available today is what you would use the maximum bandwidth for. But HDMI also supports lossless compression, so it's a compression without losing quality, called DSC. It's an industry standard, so we also support that with industrial applications. Right? They want to do 10K, 12K, and it's possible already today. So consumers, we don't expect that to happen anytime soon. 8K is plenty, but for professional applications, they need 10K, 12K, maybe even more. But HDMI can support that as well.
And I guess the industry is showing better and better compression technologies to
Yeah.
do better AK 120 and better 10K and other stuff.
Yeah, but that's independent of HDMI. Compression is outside of HDMI because we handle everything after it's uncompressed. So we always handle the highest quality possible. What happens before that is really always changing, and it depends on the platform and the country and so many other variables.
Hi everyone, my name is Mike. I'm in charge of the cable certification program. Now I'm gonna introduce you the new program called HDMI certification banner. As you can show the demo, you can show the banner. It says click to verify only at HDMI.verify, and it's very simple. We just click the banner, it will link to our server. It says congratulations. The brand is Rocky Fish. The model number, the type ultra high speed HDMI cable, and the length 25 feet. And it's related to the real one, 25 feet. Rocky Fish ultra certification cable.
With the like QR code, or how do people just scan the QR code?
Yeah.
Comes up.
Yes. And some consumer will get confused before they getting the cable. How do they make sure the cable is really certified? So we launch this program. It's very simple. It's called a new program enable consumer to verify clarification of HDMI cable during online shopping. Click or scan banner, connect to HDMI LA for verification on HDMI adapter status, cable certification status.
And the reason why it's important to certify is because you want the HDMI cable design to be tested to make sure sure that it has full support,
Yes,
no interference.
Yes, and we, for example, the ultra high-speed HDMI cable has these so many features. They can support 8K video, HDR, VRR, ER, and the old HDMI 2.1a feature, and display the authentication anti-counterfeit label.
And so it's important when you have a long cable that it's stable and it's been tested. If you just buy a cheap cable that's not certified, you might have some problems at home with the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 5G, 4G, everything.
Yeah. For example, ultra cable, the most important feature is the EMI feature. As you just mentioned, a lot of Wi-Fi, a lot of equipment, electronics, it's all support like TV, soundbar, will
It's
get
all in the home.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to interfere with your cables.
Yes.
So the cables are, how do you make high quality cable? You need to have good isolation of the copper.
It's very professional. To test the connect, isolation, EMI chamber, and the good shielding, and the jacket PVC. It's all very professional skill. And the lab will test everything to make sure it meets our standard and the compliant test spec.
And here's HDMI ultra high speed. This is also 2.1.
2.1, yeah, and the silver one is 2.1, and the orange one is the 2.0. This one can guarantee 80 gigabit per second, and this guarantee 48 gigabit per second.
All right, ultra high speed, premium. And here the Computex, there's several cable manufacturers.
And this area is focused on Taiwan HDMI adapter cable manufacturer. Because Computex is holding Taiwan, so we promote the Taiwan manufacturer. Yeah.
And here we have
all this brand is all manufactured by Taiwan adapter.
all right. There's many here.
Yes.
All right. Because millions and millions of cables are being sold around the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a little bit messy to figure out, does my cable support this or that?
Yeah.
You need to know. Sometimes they even put a little logo on the cable to certify what they are, or it's only on the box.
Actually, the best way or the simplest way is to recognize the label. Then you only have to recognize the label, then you don't need to know all the features, because the lab has already tested all the features for you, and consumer will not get confused.
And here's an Ultra with a 48 gigabit per second.
Yes.
That's with all the Ultra.
Yes.
And the Premium 2.0.
Yeah.
Right, so consumers just need to know that. They need to know that the Premium and Ultra.
Yes.
That's it. And every cable manufacturer is joining this.
Of course, a lot of professional cable manufacturers join premium or ultra program. Yes, already.
And here, for example, there's active optical. So the optical can also be part of this.
Yeah.
To do ultra.
Yes.
This is how you get very long cables